November 9th, 2013. Got to have lunch today with TJ and Gordon. They had to go pick up a computer laptop in Mounds View there on the way back through Coon Rapids, which I was working today. Timed it just right and got to go to White Castle. Hadn't been to White Castle in over a year. It's been a while. Yep, quite a while. So it was a treat. We like their onion chips and their little slider burgers. And we're sitting around the table and talking and discussing how groups will disintegrate or dismember and not ever get back together. Some of them will lose their singer and get different singers through their ongoing careers. One of them that came up that was talked about was Journey, and made me telling TJ some of their early before they had, because Steve Perry is the one that they had the most success with from like 78 to 87, something like that he was with the band. But before that, I remember in 78 is when Perry joined and was a big hit on the radio. And I remember going down to the store and picking out or trying. I remember hearing the song on the radio, and this is the way I would. They'd hear the song on the radio and then I'd go down and try to buy the album. Now I didn't know the band that well, so I didn't know which song, the name of the song. I just knew the group Journey. So I didn't know which song and which album it was off of. So when I was looking out there making the decision, I picked the one that was the prior to the success. So the one I got, and I'm gonna play a song, was from 1977. Now the band was formed in San Francisco from two bands. There's a couple of members that came from Santana, the guitarist and the keyboardist, and then a couple of members from some other group which I couldn't pronounce. And but Kenneth Rollins was the singer, and since I had bought the album, it was like I only had enough money to buy one album, and of course when I took it home and listened to it all the way through, and it was like, God, I bought the wrong one, because Steve Perry has such a distinctive, different voice. He's got vocals that won't quit. Now the band itself with the Steve Perry, they had 16 top 40 hits and 6 top 10 hits. There's a couple albums that went to number 1 and went to number 2. Tremendous success. I think I've seen them at least three or four different times. I remember seeing them a couple of times in Oklahoma and a couple of times here in Minnesota. I know TJ and I went to go see them here not too long ago in St. Paul with a different singer altogether. But Rollins was the singer for the band, and I remember I had I'm going to say it's the 8-track, because I'd play it in the folks had an 8-track player in their room, and then the speakers in the kitchen would play off that. Dad had ran a speaker line down the hallway into the kitchen so you could listen to music. Admired him for the ingenuity there. I guess what turned me on to electricity. That man could do some things. But I remember playing the music over and over, and getting people asking who that is, and now we know the rest of the story, or not all of it, but early years. He's formed in 75 and had a couple albums. I think this was their third one, called Next. And by then they'd started to gel, and said after that, then the way I understood is they had a singer and recorded winded and wrote some songs, but he left the group, so they had to get a different front man, and that's when they picked up Perry. But from 1977, it would have been 15 sweet years, sweet 15. But I really liked the early music. Journey from 1977. November 9th, 2013.